Jim Butler. I'm owner of Butler Winery.
My name is Bill Oliver, and I'm a winemaker and a business owner and business manager.
Well, my first batch of wine I made when I lived in the dormitory. And it was one of these kits that you could get. You got this lump of gray paste, and you added water to it and fermented it in a plastic container. It made terrible wine, but that was my first introduction to winemaking.
Well, my father started it actually. He started in 1972. It was just an outgrowth of his interest in making wine at home as a hobbyist. And he bought land in northern Monroe County, near where we are now, and planted grapes and started a winery in 1972.
Well, I was the winemaker at Oliver Winery I was there from 76 to 82, left in 82, and then we opened up in 83. And we opened up in downtown Bloomington. We still have a second tasting room there, but we made the wines there and then started to outgrow that space, and we bought this property in 91, planted grapes in 92, and moved the wine production out here in 95. It's a little bit of competitive in the regard that you want to make your wines as good or better than their wines, but overall we're both competing with California and all the wines that come in from Australia and France. So the fact that we're both growing grapes and making wine here, we have much more in common, and we do a lot of work together and cooperative marketing, so it's really a friendly competition, but a cooperative environment.
There's no question it's cooperative. Jim Butler and I are great friends. We respect each other professionally and like each other just as good people. We get together on a regular basis. It's not unusual that he or I would borrow equipment or trade ideas from each other. So we certainly don't see each other competitive, certainly because we don't really, either of us really don't consume that much of the wine market.
Well, that's a big question. We're not really a corporate type of entity. We're family owned, family run. My wife and I run the winery here. Our daughter-in-law runs a tasting room in town, and we have a son who's opening a tasting room in Chesterton. And then we have several, maybe about 5 part-time people, but we don't really operate in a corporate manner.
Well, are they definitive Indiana? I'm not sure about that. Our objective is just to make wines that just, taste good. They have a nice, clean, fresh flavor. We believe that's what our customers want. That's the kind of wine I like as a winemaker. That's the kind of wine our winemaking staff enjoys. So wines that really portray a lot of fresh fruit character. Is that Indiana or not? I'm not really sure. Certainly to the extent that we use Indiana fruit, I think it shows what we can do in Indiana, that we can be a viable and capable winemaking area. As far as our image to the community, I don't know that we try to portray any kind of image, although we just try to be good people and try to be good to our employees, good to our customers, good to the community, give back to the community. Bloomington's really been good to us, and we appreciate that, and we're always got our hearts and our wallets open to the community for various things. Well, here at the winery, obviously, we sell everything we make here at the winery, and then we sell a limited selection, probably about maybe 8 or 10 of the wines we have at the winery through distribution channels, and that's as far away as Colorado and Connecticut, and package stores and grocery stores. So.
Well, we sell wines here at the winery. They're available at our in-town tasting room in Bloomington at 15th and College. In a month or so, we'll be opening our second off-premise tasting room in Chesterton, Indiana, and then we go through one of the small wholesalers in Indiana out of Indianapolis, and he covers central Indiana, really Bloomington north all the way up to Lafayette. We were just up by Chicago, saw our wines in a couple places up there in St. John's and some of the small towns there, and he's getting into southern Indiana a little bit more, but primarily central Indiana.